Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Wednesday, midway through our trading week, September 3rd, 2014. Traders, great to be with you. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, I'm coming to live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue, sunny skies, nice and warm, white sandy beaches, and beautiful blue waters today. Maybe do lunch today on the beach. Could be. Looking good. All right, traders, let's move along. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gildite. I am your moderator through the market opening preview every single day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful career in the fire rescue department out of the state of Florida. After 27 years, I got on a big airplane, came over to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my career ending, and traders, it's 2014 and I'm still here. And I'm still celebrating. But I do trade the Forex markets every single day. I love it. I love being in the markets. I love being involved. And I have to be honest with you, I like chatting with you every single day doing these videos. Traders, we have 6 charts to look at today. But before we get to them, let's get to the legal stuff. This is our Forex risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Okay, traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's get over to the news and commentary, and let's see what's going on in the news today. Quite a lot of things yesterday as far as price action went. We had some really good movements in some pairs yesterday. Anybody catch that pound dollar yesterday? What a move that made. Unbelievable. All right, traders, let's take a look at some of the market indices. The Dow 30 closed at negative 0.18%. The S&P 500 was negative 0.5%, just in the red. And the NASDAQ 100 closed up at 0.32%. Looking good. Let's go over to the other side of the pond. And the DAX closed up 0.30%. And the FTSE 100 closed up barely at 0.06%. And the CAC 40 barely closed in the red at negative 0.03%. The Euro Stoxx 50, watched that yesterday quite a bit. And it did close in the green at 0.11%. Traders, let's move over to what's trading now currently in the markets. The Nikkei 225 is up 0.77%. The Shanghai is up 0.69%. And the Hang Seng is up 1.10%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney, Australia is barely in the green at 0.08% as it is currently trading. And rounding off our indices that are currently trading, the Kospi 200 is barely in the red at 0.01%. Traders, let's jump on over to the calendar today and let us see what we've got in store for us. We did have some Aussie news come out in the Asia session. We had GDP year on year. It was a high impact number, and it did come out at 3.1 versus 3.0, so that was good numbers. You'll notice in some of our Aussie charts we see a spike, but it spiked and came right back, so it didn't hold that formation very long. Traders, as we move along, let's go into the London session. We have services PMI out of the Great British Pound today, and that is the big one coming out of that one. And we have services PMI also out of the Eurozone, but that's medium impact, and services PMI also out of the German services PMI, and that is also medium impact data. Going into the New York session, I don't see anything worth talking about in the New York session. However, in the CAD, we have BOC Governor Politz speaks today. Also, we have interest rate decision in the CAD today, and that's 30 minutes after the New York session opens. And we have interest rate decision. That will be a big mover. They're not expecting any change. They're currently at 1%, and they expect to stay there at 1%. So that is what is going on with numbers and, well, short commentary. All I can say is we had some wonderful price action yesterday. It was really good stuff. A lot of A lot of movement yesterday. That I'll tell you what, that pound really did some nice moves. We're going to take a look at that chart in just a moment. All right, you ready to go? Let's hit it. These are the Forex charts, and these are 60 minutes. Let's head over to the euro dollar. The euro was probably our worst performer yesterday. I think it only moved maybe 26 pips all day long, and its average is 46, so it only moved half of its normal range on a daily basis based on 30 days. So not much movement here. However, we are at support, and this would not surprise me to bounce up. You see I have a trend line there. You know, in order to basically sell this needs to close below the trend line, retest, and take it down. The problem is that you're heading right back into support again. I'd really like to see this come up to that 31.45 area, and then we could sell this. I think we'd be much better off if this just continues up. It's not going to be high on my priority list to take action on today, as yesterday's price movement was pretty sloppy. Traders, look at this move yesterday. This is the pound dollar. Absolutely beautiful movement. I hope some of you traders took advantage of this. I think moved over 100 pips yesterday. And actually, it just kept on going all through the end of New York and basically went sideways at the beginning of Asia. So really nice price action in the Great British Pound yesterday. I've given you two entry levels, and the reason I gave you, I gave you one entry level, I'm sorry, was the 38.2 was at 65.20 area, or 25 area, in that area. Basically, we need this to pop back up and give us a really good pullback, and then we can take this back down. I really don't want to sell this here. If you sell this here, you're going to have to wait quite a while for this to go down, give us a retest, and then show us really confirmation that this thing wants to continue downwards, or is it going to head sideways through the London session. So really, you know, it does have some data coming out today, but I'd rather see a pullback, really. You notice I have a tight stop on this. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. The other thing I want to mention is that this might not move at all today. This had a huge day yesterday, and a lot of times when you see currency pairs have big moves a day after the big move, usually price action is pretty lackluster, pretty sluggish, and so we might not see a lot of price action out of the pound dollar today at all. Let's go over to the Aussie. Aussie did better than I expected yesterday. It actually did break out and came into the downside yesterday, and so we have looking for a nice pullback to that 38.2 fib at 92.93, 195 in that area. So we want this to pull back up into that and then come back down. The problem is if you take this from 23.6, which is 92.83, it's only like a 13 pip move down and you're back at support. So you really don't want to take this at the 23.6 Fibonacci level. However, I think we can get the pullback by the London Open. The London Open is 9:30. You know, it's 4 hours away, almost 4.5 hours away. So we have plenty of time for this to give us our move back to the upside, and we can fit this back the other direction. I do this presentation during the Asian session, and I'm early this morning. I don't know why I woke up so early this morning. It must be the bright sun and blue skies. It is absolutely beautiful today. Didn't need air conditioning last night. It was so cool in Thailand. All right, so what do we got today here on the Euro Aussie? Wow, did this thing take a turnaround or what? Our nice bearish pair decided to kick it up a notch for like 2 days. So this trade works all around right now is this 200 exponential moving average. And I do a newsletter every day. And basically the situation with this is we're just going to wait for the London Open and see what happens. I did put it to 50% fib. And that is at 1.4130. And we could sell it from there. I would just wait for the London Open and see where this is in reference to the 200 exponential moving average. At the present time, it's below it. It spiked our trend line. That is a valid trend line. It's a three-touch trend line. If it stays below it, we can short it. If it stays above the 200, let's wait for a bullish candlestick formation, and we can long this. So basically, we're going on both sides of the aisle here. However, don't forget, the daily chart is below the 200 exponential moving average. All right, let's go over to, I think I've got two. Okay, is the Euro Aussie. I think I don't know what I did there. I must have put a new chart in there. Anyhow, this chart I put in here because I wanted to show you the spike. So here is the Euro Aussie 60-minute chart. Look at that spike. That was because of data that came out. So I threw that in there just to show you how quick that spiked and then came back up to the trend line. All right, so the last pair of our day is the New Zealand dollar. Moved very nicely yesterday. To be honest with you, I did not forecast that yesterday. This pair was going to move very nice. I thought it was going to stay in a range. To be honest with you, traders, I didn't think it was going to move like it did. And take a look. It moved very nicely. All right, so this pair is the pair that I gave you 2 entries in. And there's a reason for that. I gave you 2 entries because if you go to this 83.21 area, which is just above the 23.6 Fibonacci area, remember, you're going now back into support. And that's going to be at 82.93. So, I mean, you do have some pips there, but not a lot. And after spread and all that stuff. And you're not going to get into the exact point anyhow, right? So I would prefer to see this come up to the 50% level at that 0.8343 area, 83.40, which is probably a psychological number. And if you look left of the chart, you'll see a lot of resistance there and support. So that would be a better thing. And also, it's closer to the stop, so it's less of a drawdown. Look at where your 200 exponential moving average is at 0.8368. So we have quite some distance between current price and the 200 exponential moving average, which will not become an issue. All right, traders. Traders, I know that says that's a daily chart. It is not, traders. That is a hourly chart. That's a typo. My mistake. All right. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I wish you a great trading day, and remember to trade smart and not hard. Coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue, sunny skies, white sandy beaches. Traders, have a great trading day, and we'll see you tomorrow before the London Open. Take care, traders. Bye-bye.